Our reaction as a country to things that we don't understand is usually fear or mock it. Our early reaction to businesses is the same. Like, for example, the easiest thing to say that, oh, this company is stealing data. It's the easiest thing to do when you cannot understand what this company does. For example, if I told you that we are consistently improving people's behavior with their money, improving their credit scores, improving the repayment of credit card behaviors, all of that, and make it easy for banks and merchants to discover these customers and so on and so forth, and we make money on that, that's a boring answer. The other thing is mock. Let's say we announced our results last year, we are 2,000 crores plus thing, but we had no revenue 3 years ago, right? So what happens is we will judge that, oh, we think this company is making losses. But why would somebody fund these companies who are making losses? That question we don't ask. And what I'm saying that learning and compounding is about asking questions versus fear them or mock them.
That's a man who for 15 years never posted a single profitable year, 2 companies, over 5,000 crore in losses, and the internet turned him into a joke. Then recently Mark Zuckerberg's company sent him a cold email, not to invest, not to buy him, to ask his advice on the future of WhatsApp, an app with 3 billion users. And somewhere in that conversation, Mark realized something. The man they'd emailed for advice was the advice. They didn't want his opinion anymore. They wanted him to run the entire thing. Now that's a comeback nobody saw coming. The man the internet called a failure now runs the biggest messaging platform on earth, WhatsApp. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why the whole world wrote him off, but the 5 things he did that changed everything. Starting with the mockery, because Kunal has a theory about it that flips the entire thing on its head.
We will never mock somebody who's lower status than us, but we all get together and mock our bosses, mock politicians, because it allows people to create a tribe. कि थोड़ा gossip करेंगे, mock करेंगे तो दोस्ती बनेगी हमारी.
All mockery is accepting lower status. You don't mock the people below you. You mock the people above you because it's the only power you have over them. So when thousands of people mocked Kunal Shah's losses, they were doing something they didn't even realize. They were confessing where they stood.
The really good people or people who are growing people or compounding people have no time to mock someone or be offended by someone. They're too busy achieving what they need to achieve.
That's the lesson. The people mocking you have time to mock you. The people building something have none.
Anybody who mocks me or takes a shot at me or whatever, and if they have some good lesson, I will only remember the lesson. I will not remember what the tone was, and I will not even remember who the person was.
He extracts the lesson from an insult and throws the insult away. That's lesson 1. When the world mocks what you're building, it's not telling you you're wrong. It's telling you exactly where it stands, below you, watching while you build. So if mockery is just noise, why does the fear of it stop so many people cold? Why does failure feel like the end of the world? Kunal traces it all the way back to how we were raised.
Everybody is living in some version of fear. Society ka fear, exam ka fear. And we also raise kids through fear. Okay, if you do not do this, this will happen. Ye nahi hoga to aapka ye naukri nahi hoga, ye nahi hoga. When your default state is fear, failure is the dreaded. कि यार कुछ भी हो जाए ये नहीं होना चाहिए.
When your default state is fear, failure becomes the monster under the bed. So you play it safe. The guaranteed job, the guaranteed path, the guaranteed small win. It feels good. It feels smart. But remember what he called that safe place, an infertile land. Nothing grows there. It's warm, it's safe, and that's exactly the trap. Most people mistake safety for success and spend 40 years in a place where nothing can ever grow. And the difference between the people who escape it and the people who don't is not courage. It's what they do with the fear itself.
Everybody has fear. It's guaranteed.
Agreed.
Some people have a very different reaction to fear. Small percent of people convert their fear into curiosity. कि देखते हैं क्या होता है, जाके देखते हैं, करते हैं. Like there is this weird thing that attracts you. Risk attracts you.
And this is where his story stops being about a rich founder and starts being about you. Because that first line you heard, I was a write-off, he meant it literally. By rules, he wasn't even a contender.
I'm the unusual tech founder in India. I'm the only humanities philosophy major founder in India who's got into tech. I often wondered that most people who were my peers or people who were ahead of me were significantly smarter academically or otherwise.
In a country obsessed with engineering ranks and entrance exams, Kunal Shah studied philosophy, no pedigree, no elite degree, everyone in the room smarter than him.
My dad's business did not work out. I had to start working from very early age. I was a part-time delivery boy. I used to work as a data entry operator. I have sold Mendi cones. I have sold pirated CDs. All of these were like finding ways to make money.
A kid selling CDs door to door because the family had nothing. And here's what he says that gave him the single most valuable lesson of life.
If you are put into a constrained environment where you have to work and you have to make money to survive, you will figure out everything.
You have to be willing to wait while everyone watches and doubts and laughs. And that patience came from the hardest years of his life.
I have had stages of life where I did not have money to eat. I remember like buying chana on credit.
Not having anything forced him to think in decades, while everyone else thought in days. And out of those years came his sharpest rule, the line that separates the people who last from the people who flame out.
Respect is a long-term behavior, like is a short-term behavior. People are mostly trying to be liked, not respected. All social media has made likes happen. Respect kahan hai?
Likes are instant. Respect takes years. The critics were counting his losses quarter by quarter, and he was playing a game that couldn't be scored on a quarterly balance sheet. And when Meta finally came knocking, here's the twist nobody saw. They didn't hire him despite those 15 years. They hired him because of his mindset. The builder's mind, the deep read on how billions of people actually behave. The exact thing the balance sheet couldn't measure was the exact thing that made him the most valuable man in the room. So let's put it all together, because Kunal Shah's story was never really about cred or WhatsApp or 5,000 crore. It's about 5 ideas that can change how you live. 1. When people mock what you're building, it's not a verdict on you, it's a confession about them. All mockery is accepting lower status. 2. Your fear of failure isn't even yours. It was installed in you as a child. Once you see that, you can question it. 3. The comfort zone is an infertile land, safe, warm, and completely barren. Nothing extraordinary has ever grown there. 4. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room. Convert your fear into curiosity and ask a better question than everyone else. 5. Chase respect, not likes. Play the long game. Real value always gets discovered, even if it takes 15 years of being called a failure.
Most ambitious people will never say they are ambitious. They are just doing stuff, building stuff. They don't write all these tag words on their Twitter or Instagram or LinkedIn. They're just doing stuff.
For 15 years, the world looked at Kunal Shah and saw a man wasting money and time. What they couldn't see was that he was playing a longer game than the one they were scoring. The mockery was never a sign that he was wrong. It was a sign that he was early. And the only difference between the man they laughed at and the man now running WhatsApp is that he never once let the laughter make the decision for him. So the next time a room laughs at your scary goal, remember what the laughter actually means. It means you're standing above them, and it means you're the only one still building.
How to become extraordinary?
First of all, you shouldn't have time to watch this podcast. But I think any big achievement comes from overcoming many obstacles. For example, anybody who's built a great physique has not got it accidentally. They were given extraordinary amount of attention, thinking, obsession, like it's their being. Comfort zone is a very infertile land.